Hey everyone, Mr. Say here. This is a lap guide for the circuit experience at Grand Valley Highway 1, and this is with a fully stock 2018 Nissan GT-R GT3 on the racing hard tires. This video will be split up into two parts. The first part, which is what you'll see in a moment, is where I'll stop the video and explain what I'm doing. And then in the second part is where I don't stop the video and show a run through of the lap. The only assist I had on was ABS, in which that was set to default. And one thing I want to note is that you want to be careful when you're coming out of a turn, because this car likes to generate a lot of wheel spin, so you want to be careful with your throttle control. But now let's get started with the lap guide. So bring yourself towards the left side of the track. Your first braking point is the 300 feet board that is on the left. So full braking power, because you're going to turn in as you reach the 100 feet board. So start to turn in and ease off of the brakes, so doing a bit of trail braking, going down to second gear to have the car rotate a bit more. And as you reach the curb that is on the right, that's where you go up to third gear and carefully get on the throttle. Again, this car likes to generate a lot of wheel spin, so you want to be careful getting on the throttle. The S's can be taken flat out, but you want to time your turn in just right. So right as you go under this bridge, that's where you start to turn in, trying to keep a nice tight line without going way too wide, and then brake right as you reach the 400 feet board. Full braking power, turning in when you reach the 100 feet board. You're going to go down to second gear to have the car rotate a bit more. Try to keep a nice tight line towards the right as the car will turn in a bit more, and carefully get on the throttle. As we start the new sector, so sector 2, you want to brake after you pass the 100 feet board. And you're going to do a lot of trail braking, so braking as you're turning in, because you want to set yourself up for the next series of turns. So you're going for the apex that is located right here, and you want to be really careful about getting this right, because there is a bit of elevation change, so you want to get this turn right. Immediately make your way towards the right, doing a lift off of throttle. Then you're braking well before you reach the sign that is on the left. So doing a little more trail braking, so 25 to 50% braking power and turning in right away. Brake a little bit more as you go under the Grand Valley sign. And this turn's really sharp, so you don't want to enter this turn way too quickly. Going on to first gear for more rotation, and you can exit on second or third gear. Either way, you want to be careful with your throttle input. Bring yourself towards the right if you haven't done so yet, because you're braking before you reach the 100 feet board and turning in right as you pass the 100 feet board. Trying to keep a nice tight line to the left. Trying to get on the throttle as soon as you can on third gear. Then turn in almost immediately, but do a little more trail braking, because you're going for a late apex, in which the apex for this turn is where the curb on the right starts, so pretty much where the bridge starts. So you want to be nice and patient getting on the throttle to make sure that you don't hit the wall. Stay on the left, and you're braking before you reach the 100 feet board that is on the left. So full braking power, and you're turning in and easing off of the brakes when the tunnel starts. Bring yourself all the way to the right, going down to second gear, and stay to the right, because you want to use this first part of the chicane to set yourself up to exit the second part of the chicane at a really fast speed. So when the tunnel ends, that's where you turn in. Go for a really late apex out of the first part of the chicane. That way you can try to go through the second part of the chicane in as straight of a line as possible. And after that, you can pretty much just take the rest of the course flat out, turning in when you reach the 200 feet board. So just after the tunnel starts, take it flat out, stay towards the right, and you just finished a lap at Grand Valley Highway 1, or Grand Valley Speedway as some of us call it. But now let's go through all this again, but this time I will not stop the video. So let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so here we are where I don't stop the video. So let's go ahead and get this lap started. So bring yourself towards the left because you want to brake at the 300 feet board, turning in at the 100 feet board. Just trying to go for a late apex to try to get a fast exit. Being nice and careful on the throttle as the 2018 GTR likes to generate a lot of wheel spin. Turning in when you go under the bridge to try to take the S's flat out. Bring yourself towards the left, brake at the 400 feet board. Try to maintain a nice tight line through this hairpin as that'll help the car turn in a bit more. Nice and careful on the throttle. Starting the second sector, and you want to do a lot of trail braking, trying to set yourself up for the next series of turns. Just trying to be careful with the elevation changes. Lots more trail braking, trying to set yourself up for the next series of turns. Going up to third gear out of the hairpin, or second gear if you're a bit more careful on the throttle. Using the 100 feet board as your braking and turn-in point. Bring yourself towards the left. Then turn in almost immediately because you're trying to trail brake your way towards a late apex into the bridge or the back straight. Stay on the left side of the track because you're braking right before you reach the 100 feet board. Maintain a nice tight line towards the right and try to go for a late apex out of the first part of the chicane because you want to set yourself up for a fast exit out of the second part of the chicane. And finally, you could take the last few turns flat out, turning in just after the tunnel starts where the 200 feet board is at. And there we go. So with this lap, I was able to do a 147.3, so that's well within the gold tier time range, and hopefully this lap guide helped you out. And I want to take a bit of time to say thank you for the awesome support lately as we're getting closer and closer to reaching 20,000 subscribers. It's going to be pretty awesome, but that's going to be it for this video. So hopefully this lap guide helped you out, and if you like this video, you can press the like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So that's all for me. Take care. This is Mr. Messier, and I'll see you in the next video.